This is your sign to go all in. What do I mean by that? When we talk about going all in, a lot of people, they don't have a proper understanding of it because they think that means that they're driving themselves crazy trying to keep up with whatever model of consistency that they think they have to keep up with. What if I told you that you're in charge of how consistent you want to be? You are in charge of how consistent you want to be. I prefer somebody go to the gym once a week all year. That's 52 times a week. I mean, that's 52 times a year, excuse me, versus somebody that works out all of January, right? Think about it. They worked out all of January, from January 1st all the way to January 31st, right? Why is that a problem? Because then they fell off. They not in the gym no more. So what's better? Being consistent by showing up every single day, but then you can't sustain that? Or being consistent in a way where you know that you can show up once a week? It's like, all right, Malik, I can show up once a week, bro. I can do that. Okay, cool. Then if you only got once a week to go to the gym, do that. And don't feel bad that that's your level of consistency. You can always build up. Y'all hear what I'm saying? See, we try to go for the craziest thing when we first start. And listen, I don't blame us, man. We're ambitious people. Okay, we're purpose driven. That's just what we do over here. That's just our type of community. All right, we're crazy, man. We're gonna try to do the craziest thing at first. Okay, that's cool. But then it starts to get old, because then you start to recognize and realize it's better for me to set systems in place so I know that I can show up and do this. People ask me all the time, yo, how do I start reading books? I got one of my books over there. Or how do I start working out? I'm like, yo, start with one page. Read one page. Like, I know we want to read one chapter, but if you haven't picked up a book in years or in months, it's no problem to say, I'm going to read one page a day. Or it's no problem to say, I'm going to do one push-up a day. And let me tell you something. The only people that's going to judge you for the level of consistency that you are okay with are people who will look down on you because you're trying, right? Welcome in, family. I see some of my family members coming in who've been rocking with me since day one. What's good, Leak, man? Happy Easter, man. God bless you, bro. I see Golden Child in the building. What's up, man? Right? You got to understand that people who are on this path, we will never, ever disrespect you. If you tell me right now, yo, Malik, I want to start YouTube, I'm going to tell you, go for it. I'm going to tell you, yo, start posting, start being consistent. I would never doubt you. I would never disrespect you. I would never say that I don't believe in you, because I was just there. The only people that are going to disrespect your journey or not believe in you are people who haven't done the things that you are willing to do. And that's the key word, willing. You're willing to be consistent. You're willing to show up. You're willing to make the most of 2026. Everybody's not built like you. So you can't expect everybody to believe in your vision. And you can't expect everybody to do the things that you do. And you can't expect for you to have a gym partner every single day. You might be working out with your friend every time, right? And then you call your friend in the morning, they not there, they sleeping. They just not built like you. Don't judge your friend, but you got to be the one to wake up and do what you got to do anyways. You might not have people cheering you on. That's all I'm trying to say. Because we know when we're in the right environment, we can do this. Look at the military, right? Look at people who are in organizations. Look at people who depend on community or other people, right? You can give any example, fraternities in college, whatever it is. Even though some of these institutions aren't perfect, one of these things that these brothers got on lock is they know how to be together. They know how to work out together. They know how to show up together because they're brothers, because they're going to hold each other accountable. We may not always have that because the Lord, because the Creator might have us in a season of our life where we got to go ghost, where we got to focus on ourselves. We may not have the community that we want. Purpose Driven might be one of the few places that y'all got to congregate. That's why I want to start live streaming more. You can look forward to that. I'm just going to do it. I ain't going to talk it. I'm going to just show y'all. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just keep going live. So make sure you turn post notifications on because we need encouragement. We need community. Once you have community, you're able to be consistent more. But what if you don't have that? How can you still go all in? You got to find that discipline. You got to find that system that works for you. That's why I told you the man that works out once a week, all of 2026, will make more progress in the gym than the man that worked out in January and fell off the rest of the year. Facts. Oh, I'm working out January, then I'm coming back June, and then I'm gonna make a comeback in December. You might as well just stay home, brother. You're not making no real progress. You up and down like the water. You up and down. You're inconsistent. Consistency is better than huge bursts of motivation. Oh, I'm motivated. I'm gonna do this. And then 3 weeks later, we can't find you. I'd rather you guys do the bare minimum over and 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 over. This is how you go all in. Going all in does not mean that you at the gym every day, working out for 3 hours, pushing weight. Who said that? Who said consistency had to look like that? Who said consistency had to look like that? It doesn't. Consistency looks like you showing up and doing the bare minimum. Now, I know that sounds crazy to y'all because it's like, why would I show up and do the bare minimum? Because life is hard, but at least you showed up. Can you show up and do the bare minimum consistently? You're going to make it farther than someone who's showing up and giving they all and then disappearing, and then showing up and giving they all and then disappearing, and then showing up and giving they all and then disappearing. It's a disappearing act. We can't depend on you. But somebody who has built a system in their life where they say, I do 1 push-up a day. That's 365 push-ups out the year. Someone who can pop up and say, I read 1 page a day. That's 365 pages out the year. So there's a compound effect that we're not taking into account because we think that consistency only looks one way. How do you go all in? You don't quit. Going all in is not about the short term. Going all in is about understanding the long term, family. So you look at time differently. It's not just about what you're able to do today. Can you do what you did today, tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that? Are you able to continue showing up for your goals and dreams and the life that you want over and over again, doing the mundane things? Mundane simply meaning boring, the things that we may not like to do, but we know that we have to do. You think at first I like reading books? No. Now I have a whole collection. That's not to brag. It took time. It took me reading, I'm just going to read 5 pages today. I'm not going to worry about reading a chapter. And then you know what would happen? I end up reading the chapter anyways. Now that may or may not happen for you. That it's fine. But the goal is to read 1 page a day. This is simply just an example, right? This is simply just an example. You can apply this example into all areas of your life, Right? We got Julia saying, me with the Bible. Let's go. Right? Awesome. Right? Get that scripture in. It's beautiful. Right? Any questions that you have, guys, wait till the second half of the live stream. I promise I'm going to get to you. Just be a little bit more patient. I want to cook a little bit more on this topic and make sure that the questions that you guys have are on this topic, and I will answer your question in a timely manner. Okay. Remember, we got 1 hour tonight. Okay. Then I got to spend time with the wife. Okay. All right. So this is your sign to go all in. What else do I mean by that? So we talked about the compound effect, and we talked about how motivation and consistency, these things, it could go hand in hand, but it's a little bit different. People who are always motivated and they depend on motivation, their work ethic is always sparse. They show up in January, they show up in June, they show up in December. But the man that shows up every day and does the bare minimum, he gets further than everybody else. You know what this reminds me of? I know y'all know this story. The tortoise and the hare, okay? The turtle versus the hare. So what was the hare doing, right? And I don't know why that animal was called hare. We all got hair. It could have been named something else, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, hare, right? The hare, that animal is super fast. But then what? In the middle of the race, The hair starts to slow down because he's in the lead. And so now he doesn't feel like he needs to keep running or racing because he knows the turtle is super slow. So I know what y'all are thinking. Why is Malik telling me to just read 1 page a day? Why is he saying to just do 1 push-up? Why is he saying to go to the gym once a week? Because I don't want y'all to fall off and not do the things that you're supposed to be doing for weeks on end. Every time we set big goals, you peep how we don't really reach it like that? Because it's not that we're not capable of reaching the big goals, but we're not giving ourselves grace along the journey. We're not setting small steps in order to get to what we really want. And that's our fault. That's our problem. We got to take accountability for that. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. What does that mean? Stop setting high goals that you need to reach in 1 month or 2 months. Give yourself more time. Give yourself more grace. You've never been this version of yourself before. That's one of my favorite quotes, man. Take it, steal it. I found it from somewhere. I'm giving it to y'all. It changed my life. We are who we are for the first time ever. I've never been this version of myself today, April 5th, Sunday, on this blessed Easter day. I've never been this version of Malik before. I am the best version that I've ever been because this is the only version of myself that counts. It's the present moment. It's today. I got to give myself grace. I'm going to be learning new things. I'm going to be having new goals. I'm going to try to attain new things or work towards new things. I have to give myself grace. I don't think we give ourselves enough grace. I don't think we have enough self-love. That's why we put so much pressure on ourselves. You can't go all in like that. Is pressure good? Yeah, I think pressure can be healthy when it's spaced over time. Give yourself more time, okay? Give yourself more time to reach the goals that you want to reach. You don't have to be in the gym every single day. Start off with being in the gym once a week. Start off with reading books once a week. Start off with posting YouTube videos once a week. This is what I tell my people in the purpose-driven creators community, right? PDC, shout out to all the content creators, all aspiring content creators, whether you in the program or not. I love content creators because it's not easy to do this, but you got to have a love for it, a fire for it, and you got to be consistent with it, right? It starts with the power of one. We try to do 5 things all at once, and when we do that, we end up doing nothing. 5 things end up becoming 0. But when you do one thing, and when you put your attention and focus into one thing, you will get there, no matter what it is. I love y'all too, man. I love you, man. So, okay. First thing that I want y'all to understand, in order to go all in, you got to focus on yourself. Y'all already know how we do over here, man. It's not that we don't like people over here on Purpose Driven. We love people, but we really love people that's on the same wavelength as us. If I'm purpose driven, I just prefer to hang around people that are also purpose driven. If I'm on my grind, I prefer to hang around people that's also on their grind. If I believe in God, I don't judge, right? But I like to hang around people that at least embody living a godly life at the very minimum, right? If I'm creative, I like to hang around creative people because they're going to bring out the creativity in me. Okay. Again, if I'm purpose driven, I'm going to hang out with y'all. Y'all are my people, right? I'm your people, right? We're purpose driven. So listen, it doesn't mean that we can't jive with everybody. Usually we the ones that jive the most. You could put me in a group of people who's talking about technology. I could hang over there. You could put me in a group of people that's talking about nature and the weather or whatever. You put me over there. I could make it. It's not that we don't like people. It's not that we can't learn from people. It's that we have to be very focused on who we are. We only have a limited amount of energy. If there was 2 of you, I tell you straight up, hey, one version of you, go have fun. Don't care about nothing. You don't got to be on your purpose. You can eat what you want. It's 2 of you. You can do whatever you want. There's only one of us. And we only have so much energy. It is essential for you to spend at least 1 hour a day focusing on yourself. At least 1 hour a day focusing on yourself. Why should you go all in? Because if you don't, you're not going to experience life. You're not. This is life. Here's the truth, right? I'm gonna just cut to the chase. Then we gonna talk about focusing on yourself. I love this question. Why should I go all in? Why not? You got about 72 years to live this life. You got about 72 years to see what you made of. You got about 72 years to accomplish your purpose. You have to go all in because you're not just floating with no purpose. You're not just on earth with no purpose. You have been sent here for a reason. I believe that fundamentally. Some people may not. Some people don't think that they're here for a purpose. Maybe they'll come around, right? I respect people's opinions and I respect people's perspectives. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't have a purpose. I could be wrong. But I believe that I'm right because when I speak to people, they know deep down they have a purpose. They have a reason for being here. So you have to go all in. I see my mama in the building. How you doing, mama? I love you. Happy Easter. I see that when you go all in, you got to understand what you're really doing. You're making the most of the life that you have. You're on your purpose. You're on your grind. You're doing what you've been sent here on earth to do. We talk about Jesus Christ, right? We talk about how it's Easter, right? Do you know Jesus had a purpose, right? So why wouldn't you have a purpose? Jesus is the model. He's the model for humanity, right? Right? So if that's the model for humanity and he got a purpose, why do you think you don't have a purpose? This is why I tell y'all to focus on yourself. You have a purpose. There's a reason why you were created. You have a mission to fulfill. And it don't have to be that you saving the world or nothing like that. We collectively do that. Right? That's not a burden that you have to put on your own shoulder, but you can at least change your life and change the lives of those around you. I mean, if you go after your dreams and you go all in, think about all the people that will be inspired by you. Think about all the lives that you can change because you weren't afraid to do what God has called you to do. What do you mean why you should go all in? This is everything. Going all in is everything. This is our purpose. Because if we half in and half out, right? If we half in, half out, you know, nothing will ever really be created. Nothing will ever really get done because what did we speak about earlier? The power of one. That also goes towards your energy, towards your belief system, towards whether you think you can do something or not, towards whether you go all in. Going all in is the power of one. If you doing 5 different things, if you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, there is no power of one. You're powerless. You're not actually doing much. You got to go all in. But remember what I said in the live. I don't know if you was here. Going all in looks different for everybody because you need to maintain yourself throughout the journey. You're not supposed to go all in and hurt yourself or not take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself along the way. Going all in doesn't mean that you don't have no energy, that, you know, you just working until you sweating. I'm going all in, Malik. I'm going all in. I'm not asking you to do all that. I'm just asking you to show up for the life that you want over and over and over and over again. I mean, if you just give the dream life that you want 1 hour, whatever goal that you have, you just spend 1 hour working on that each day. That's 365 hours out the year where you're working on something of your own. Let's say you got a 9 to 5. That's a blessing. Everybody don't have no job. If you have a job, that's a blessing. Appreciate it. No matter how difficult it can be, we know that it's difficult. It ain't always easy to wake up and go to work, but that's a privilege, right? You get to work, you get to make some money, you get to do what you want in life and stuff like that. Cool. Okay, you go to work, but then you come home and you start working on your hobbies. You start working on things that you love. It don't got to be for 3-4 hours. It could just be for 1 hour. But you got to go all in. Meaning you got to show up the next day. Again, we think that going all in means that we aren't able to ever take a break, that we aren't able to ever relax. Do y'all know every Saturday I take a break? I try my best not to work on Saturdays. I can't remember the last Saturday that I worked. Why? I'm human. I need a break. Everybody has a breaking point. Take care of yourself before you get there. That's the point of this live stream. You go all in by taking care of yourself. I'm telling y'all the opposite of what everybody else tells you. I know that y'all work hard. I know that y'all can be consistent. I know that you guys have the potential to be disciplined, or you're already disciplined, or you're on that path to discipline. Y'all already got that. We got to have rest. We have to take care of ourselves so we can go all in. What if I work on Sundays? I work on Sundays. It's a personal preference. Whichever day that you choose to praise God, that's a relationship between you and God. The day don't really, today matter, you know what I'm saying? But like most days it don't really matter. Every day we praise God. Every single day, every day Sunday. The sun rises every day, right? Technically, every day is Sunday. We just label different days because we need structure. Okay, every day Sunday to me. But again, why should you go all in? This is life. This is what we do. This is what it's about. Why not know what you're made of? Why not know the fullest potential that you can reach? So again, remember, I'm going to answer questions in a few, right? Your sign to go all in. You need to focus on yourself because you have a limited amount of energy. You cannot spend time around everybody and their mama. You got to pick who you want to spend your time with. You got to be more selective with your energy. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. When you're selective with your energy, you know exactly what you're going to get back from it. If I'm hanging around somebody that's disciplined, I know exactly how this is going to go. We're going to talk about discipline topics. We're going to talk about things that matter. We're going to talk about how we could, continue our level of discipline. We're going to talk about what we're doing within our lives. We're going to make the most of that interaction. Don't be around people, man, and they just on their phone. Like, you wasting my life, you wasting your own life. Like, I'm not hanging around you so I could just see you on your phone. We all have a phone. When we were human beings, you put that down. You put that down. Don't let your spirit live through a phone. Your spirit's supposed to live through your flesh. Your spirit's supposed to live through your body. We living through the phone too much. So when you hang around people, make sure that they appreciate your time. Make sure that you appreciate their time. Because the one thing that you can never get back is time. So how you spend your time needs to be a little bit more selective. I'm not trying to tell y'all to be strict. I'm not saying that y'all can't go out and have a good time or hang out with a group of friends or meet some new friends. All of those things are beautiful. They have their time. They have their place. When you are in a season, though, where you're going all in, you got to really go all in. Everybody don't qualify to spend time with you. I'm just going to keep it real. Everybody does not qualify to be in your life. Some of you guys are very, very special people, very important people, and you're at very unimportant places. Y'all hear what I just said? A lot of you guys are important people. God created you for a reason. You are special, and you are at very unspecial places. Okay? I'm just going to keep it real. People who have a vision, right? If you are purpose driven, it means that you have worked on your vision. Do you know that a lot of people don't have a vision for their life? This does not mean that they're not good people. But what I'm saying is, right, again, see, look, y'all know those people can't go where we're going. Everybody can't go where you're going because some of you guys are called to higher heights, which means that you have to live in a higher way. It doesn't mean that you're better than people. This is not about ego. This is about protecting your calling. There's no way you could protect your calling and you around everybody and their mama. The door to your house is wide open and everyone is welcomed in. Different types of energy, different types of people. At a certain point, you got to vet the people that's coming in. Hey, you on your purpose? Oh, you not on your purpose? Hey, man, I don't know about this month, man. I'm locked in this month. Catch me next year. Sorry, man. catch me next month. Don't be afraid to say no. Everything can't be a yes. You have to set boundaries. Not from a place of ego, not because you better, but because you're protecting your calling. You're protecting your calling, right? So how do you go all in? You got to know how to protect whatever it is that you're going all in with. You can't go all in if whatever it is that you're going all in with is not protected. So if I'm going all in with YouTube, right? But I keep hanging around people that don't believe in me. Am I protecting my calling or am I wasting energy? Someone answer the question. What am I doing if I'm trying to be on YouTube, right? And I'm trying to be consistent on YouTube. I'm trying to make it on YouTube. But I keep hanging around people that don't believe in me, right? They not supporting me. That's taking energy away. You may not see it like that. Oh, my friends, man, they love me. I love my friends. This ain't got nothing to do with love. When somebody does not see your vision, if somebody keeps doubting you, if somebody don't believe in you, you need separation from that. You have to protect your calling. You don't need to be around doubt. You don't need to hear advice from people who haven't done what it is that you're trying to do. You have to be in the right spaces. You got to be around the right people. And like I told you, we may not always have that. So what does that mean? That means that you have to have the mental fortitude to go through a season of solitude, right? Where you can focus on whatever it is that you have to focus on. That's why focusing on yourself is one of the first things that you have to do in order to go all in. If you don't focus on yourself, you're not going to be able to go all in because your attention and your energy is going to be scattered. It's going to be scattered. I even suggest that y'all chill off of social media, right? And social media is my job. I love social media because I'm able to post positive content on there. But at the end of the day, we all need a break. If you need a break from social media, take that break. I know some of y'all do it with y'all take a break off of TikTok, but you still on YouTube. Maybe you still on Instagram a little bit. Cool. Do what works for you. Sometimes you have to take a break from people, places, and things. Heard what I just said? Sometimes you have to take a break from people, places, and things so you can know exactly the right people, places, and things you want to be around and hang around. You got to create separation so you can understand what's important, so you can understand what matters in this season of your life. This is your sign to go all in because this is what life is all about. You have to see what you're made of, and you're not going to be able to see what you're made of if you keep spreading your energy thin. You need to hold on to your energy. You need to hold on to your life force. Stop spending time with people that's not putting back into you, that don't believe in you, that don't want to push you towards greatness. It's very easy to support people. I'm not gonna lie to you. Stop making excuses for people, man. It don't mean that you don't love them, but you might want some separation because you need to work on your vision. It's very easy to tell somebody, yo, I love you, I see you, I support you, I believe in you. That's not hard. But people don't say that because they don't have that for themselves. So let's take it one step further, and then we're going to go to the next point. Why am I telling you to be more selective with people? Because some of y'all hanging around people that don't even love themselves. So how they going to love you? They don't even believe in themselves. How they going to believe in you? They don't even support themselves. How they going to support you as a friend or a potential relationship? It's unbelievable how we don't set no boundaries. Everybody just able to walk into our life like we don't already have stuff going on. And if you want to attract the right people in your life, you have to be the right person. If you want friends in your life that love themselves and they able to share love with you and support with you, you got to make sure that you love yourself. You got to make sure that you support yourself. This is why you have to focus on yourself, because it's going to bring about a better friend group or a healthier friend group. Or you could change the lives of those that are already in your group and inspire them to be great. You can be the inspiration for your friend group by you just letting your friend group know, this month I'm focused on myself. I love y'all. I got to lock in and spending time building your purpose out. You can be the inspiration. And to be honest with you, I'm not trying to put no extra pressure on y'all. You are the inspiration, because everybody does not have a vision for their life. Everybody does not have a purpose. Everybody does not know what they're doing on a daily basis. Most people are lost. We're the leaders, and we don't have to lead. by telling people nothing. Don't point to other people and say, yo, you need to do this with your life. I hope that's not what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to do that. I'm giving advice, free advice. You could take it or leave it. And I wish you all the best along your journey. That's it. You can't point fingers and say, yo, you my friend. I want you to get better. I want you to be a better person. What? That's not how people change. Somebody did that the other day. I made a video on that person. The rest is history. It's unbelievable, man, how we talk to each other. We have to lead with kindness. We have to lead with love. Okay. But yes, focus on yourself. This is how your sign. This is your sign. This is your sign to go all in. You have to focus on yourself. You have to give yourself some of that energy. You have to take care of yourself. You have to set boundaries. You have to learn to say no. I think y'all got it. We're going to go to the next point because I still want time for some Q&A. Connect with perfection. You know we got to talk about God on Easter Sunday, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Connect with perfection. How about that? How about we call God perfection? Sometimes we forget pure perfection, no blemishes, no mistakes. Our Creator has made no mistakes. Okay, so what do I mean by connect with perfection, and how is this going to help you to go all in? Once you start focusing on yourself, you start recognizing that the power of God is within you. When you look in scripture, it says that the Spirit of God dwells within you. Okay, so when you look within yourself, you will find God. Period, point blank. That's what that's saying. Don't shy away from that. Be a vessel for God. Let God use you. When you're tired, pray. But don't just pray and look outside of yourself. Remember, God's Spirit is within you. Look within yourself. He has already put within you the energy that you need to complete your purpose. You understand? So it's important for you to connect with God. Connect with God during this season of your life where you go all in, because there's going to be times, family, where we want to quit. Let's be real. There's going to be times where we don't want to do it. There's going to be times where we don't want to continue, but we have to do it anyways. We have to show up anyways. We got to put the work in anyways, because we know if we don't show up, who's going to show up for us? But like I told you, it's not about running yourself into the ground. It's not about overworking yourself. It's simply about being consistent and doing the simple things over and over again. Anytime you feel frustrated with results, I need you guys to let go of thinking about the results. You have to let go and let God. This is the importance of building a relationship with God. You give God the burdens. Give life the burdens. Don't worry about it. If you're showing up and you're doing what you need to do, why are you worried about the results? The results will come. They have to. They kind of have to. Because if you're persistent and you're consistent and you're diligent and you have structure, results, some sort of results will come. So let go of trying to rush the process. Let go of trying to put a timeline on when you want success. It's okay to have a goal. It's okay to say, okay, I would like to reach this goal by the end of this year. But are you okay if you don't reach that goal by the end of the year? And can you still find the willpower, the fortitude to keep going even past that date? That's what a lot of people don't understand. Life works in a way where you will get tested before it's time for your blessings. Things aren't always going to go your way. As a matter of fact, you'll find every reason to quit. And there's going to be a point of success, right? This is real talk. I know it. I'm sure y'all know it. We are all successful in our own right. Think about the last thing that you've accomplished. You had every right to quit. Logic is telling you to stop. It's not working. Just quit. Look at what's in front of you. Look. When you look, it's like, man, what's the point? But we know that we got to keep going regardless. And once you keep going and you make it past that, everything that you've worked towards, everything that you want in this life, it will be granted to you. But you have to show how bad do you want it?